Understanding a person with a toxic mentality can be challenging, but it often involves recognizing certain patterns of behavior and thought processes. Here are some key aspects to consider. Projection: they may project their own insecurities or negative traits onto others, blaming them for issues they struggle with themselves. Victim mentality: many toxic individuals see themselves as perpetual victims. They may often complain about their circumstances but resist taking responsibility for their actions. Manipulation: they might use guilt or fear to manipulate others, often to gain control or sympathy. Lack of accountability: they rarely take responsibility for their mistakes, often deflecting blame onto others. Negative energy: their conversations and interactions tend to be filled with negativity, which can be draining for those around them. Inability to empathize: they may struggle to understand or care about the feelings of others, focusing instead on their own needs and desires. Conflict orientation: toxic individuals often escalate conflicts or create drama, thriving on chaos and tension. Here are some detailed bullet points, along with scenarios, to illustrate different aspects of dealing with a person with a toxic mentality. 1. Projection scenario: a coworker constantly criticizes your work, saying you're disorganized. In reality, they struggle with time management themselves. Response: acknowledge their feedback but focus on your own standards and processes. I appreciate your perspective, but I have a different approach that works for me. 2. Victim mentality scenario: a friend often shares how life is unfair to them, citing various misfortunes while never taking action to change their situation. Response: encourage empowerment by saying, I hear you, but what steps can you take to improve your situation? 3. Manipulation scenario: a family member uses guilt to get you to help with their problems, saying, if you really cared, you'd help me out. Response: maintain your boundaries. I care about you, but I also need to prioritize my own responsibilities. 4. Lack of accountability scenario: a friend cancels plans last minute and blames you for not being accommodating enough, despite them having a history of this behavior. Response: call out the pattern calmly. I've noticed this has happened several times. I'd appreciate more reliability in our plans. 5. Negative energy scenario: during gatherings, a person consistently brings up negative topics, like complaints about work or personal issues, bringing down the mood. Response: shift the conversation. I understand it's tough, but what's something positive that happened this week? 6. Inability to empathize scenario: a colleague dismisses your stress over a project, saying, everyone has problems, just deal with it. Response: assert your feelings. I understand that, but I need support too. It helps to have a team that understands each other. 7. Conflict orientation scenario: an acquaintance stirs up drama by spreading rumors, creating tension within a group. Response: address it directly with them. I've noticed some misunderstandings in the group. Can we clarify things instead of letting rumors spread? General strategies to handle the situation: setting boundaries. If a person frequently interrupts your personal time with complaints, you might say, I can listen for a short time, but I also need some time for myself. Practicing detachment: when they lash out, remind yourself it's their issue, not yours. Their anger is about them, not me. Encouraging professional help: if a friend's behavior is damaging their relationships, gently suggest, I think talking to someone might help you work through some of these feelings. Knowing when to walk away: if interactions consistently leave you feeling drained, it's okay to limit contact. I need to take a break from this relationship for my own mental health.